Me and Tina, I fish, I save space. But you know, that's me. Everybody has their thing, but it's important to know that for you, right? We're all different. Do you have a question?
What type of fish do you have?
I have a beta fish.
Oh, no, beta. I have blowfish.
Oh, little swimmers. I just like how they swim, and they're just so calm. Yes. See, that's awesome. So I really want you to think about what makes you happy, okay? And what you can put in your safe spaces when you're not here. All right?
Like you mentioned, when no one's around,
Right.
and you just need to take that mental break. I know for me, I play music, all sorts of music, every genre of music I like. However I'm feeling, I play it. So that means if I gotta put on some Freddie Jackson, I'm putting Freddie Jackson on. If I want to play some gospel, I'll put on some gospel. If I want to hear some Tupac, I'm putting on Tupac. Whatever I'm feeling, but that's I create my happy space.
And I just want to say for my sleepers who said their safe space is sleeping in the bed, that means you are big dreamers, right? You are dreaming big when your eyes are closed. So make sure we're chasing those dreams, right? Dream big. The biggest dream you can think. Whatever you want to be, whatever you can do, dream big. And then when you wake up, do whatever you can do to get there. Because if you're sleeping, you're sleeping for a reason, all right? Because you're dreaming. So everybody in here has a purpose. Everybody in here has a superpower. And I know it sounds cliche, but all of us do. Your superpower is what you do best with the least amount of effort. Okay? And some you might go to school to learn it, or you might just have it. We all, we're all different. But just get in touch with yourself and just whatever you do the best with the least amount of effort, that's your superpower. And it could just being kind, because not everybody can be kind, right? So if you're good at being kind, you be the best kind person you can be, right? So you just be the best yous. And, I'm so happy I got to meet all of you today and do this activity. So,
Do you guys know what it means to be kind? No? So what does it mean to be kind? Xavier?
to be genuine.
Genuine. So what happens when you wake up, Nigel? You want to add to that?
Telling somebody when they're doing something wrong.
All right, that can be kind in a nice way, right? Being nice to others. So how many of you know that that's part of your mental health as well as someone else's mental health? So as we come up here and we're talking about the importance of maintaining your mental health, you also have an obligation to make sure that you don't damage anyone else's mental health by the words you speak or the things you do to them. Because how many of you know that God allowed each and every one of us to live different lives? And some of us have experienced a lot of fun in life, and some of us have not had a lot of fun in life. How many of you know a lot of children at your school may have experienced a lot of fun things in life? But some children probably have not experienced a lot of fun things in life. And so sometimes they may have what we call a bad attitude, or we may say they are the bad kids, right? But what we don't know, but God knows what they've endured that caused them to behave in certain ways. So it's our job to be kind, right? It's our job, because we don't know that one thing. I say this to my students all the time. It's that one word you can say to someone that can cause them to hurt themselves or to hurt somebody else. And you may think that one word means nothing, but that one word can mean a lot, especially to people who are not used to taking care of their mental health, because it's foreign. How many of you know that's foreign to a lot of people? What do I mean by foreign?
It's not something that they usually do.
It's not something they usually do. Great answer, Xavier. or they just don't know how to do it because they haven't been taught. See, we just talked to you guys about going to your safe space. And the safe space usually is not physical, not always a physical place, because how many of you know everyone doesn't have a physical safe place to go to? So we create our own safe space within our minds, things that bring us peace and keep us safe, right? And so we have to allow other people to be in their safe space by being kind, for one. So we have a responsibility. God has given us a responsibility to be kind to our minds and to be kind to other people's minds. How do you be kind to other people's minds? That doesn't sound right, does it? Doesn't sound right to you?
No.
What does it mean to be kind to your mind? Xavier got all the answers this thing. Xavier, yeah, treat your mental health well. That means, guess what? If you need a break, what should you do? Take a mental break. Some of you said going to sleep. Sometimes when I need a mental break, guess what I do? I go to sleep and I ignore my phone. I get off of social media. I tell my children, my husband, everybody leave me alone. Don't call me, don't nothing. I just take a break. Because guess what? Only you know when you need a break.
That's right.
Right? And children need a break. I often tell parents, start practicing mental breaks with your children. Allow your children mental breaks. I call my daughter school sometimes. Sometimes my daughter don't know when she need a break, but sometimes I do know when she need a mental break. Because she's going to volleyball, she's doing this, she's doing that, she's taking tests, and it's just a lot. And I have to tell the school, Mia Moore's staying home today because she's taking a mental health break. And she's like, I don't want to stay home. I like, you need a break.
I had one of my K4 students, I asked him about coming to summer school, and he said, no, I'm not. And I said, are you going to miss your friends? He said, no. And I said, you don't miss your friends? He said, no. He said, I need a break.
Yeah. And that's true.
Yeah, he said you need a break.
Yeah, you need a break from everything. And sometimes we have to, as parents, we have to model before our children about breaks. I know we like to push them academically, we like to push them to do all of these things, but then we have to set aside a time where we allow them time to rest. Just rest. Sometimes I tell Mia Moore some days, don't do that homework, I'll call your teacher in the morning. It's just a lot. And so now I tell her, take mental breaks. So she know I'll do it in a minute. I said, certain stuff I'm just not looking at. I have parents call me and say, my daughter said you didn't grade. I said, listen, I'm taking a break. I will grade those papers. Give me about a week or so, and I will grade those papers because it's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot.
And especially for teachers, they just throw, especially at the end of the year. I'm taking a break, and I don't care if I tell people that. I tell the principal or anybody, I'm not coming in today. I need a mental break. Because if you don't do it, guess what? It's going to be a problem for you later on. And it's going to be a problem for somebody else later on. Daryl, I teach middle school ELA, but I've taught high school English. I taught kindergarten through first grade for 13 years. Then I went on to teach middle school ELA, and I taught high school ELA. And so I've been taught everything. I've been teaching 20-some years.
What are ELA?
Oh, English language arts. Yeah. So English language arts, right? And so yeah, so we have to all, and it's okay to tell your parents. Maybe y'all can teach y'all parents and say, I need a mental health break day. Now they ain't gonna let you take them every day. But even remember what Shauna just said, going into your safe space. After work every day, I go downstairs and I play some music. And everybody know when I'm got my headphones on and I'm in this certain room with my candle lit, don't come messing with me. Cause I love listening to music, and I've been that way since I was a little girl. I would go in my room, put my headphones on, and that was my peace of mind. And so we have to learn to do that as children, because what happens when we don't? What happens when you just feel like everything is going wrong and you're stressed out? You get angry. And sometimes children don't know what to do with their anger. And what happens when you don't know what to do with your anger? Bad stuff happens. You get in trouble. Because usually you express your anger in a not so good way. And guess what happens? You get in trouble. And then you just added more things to your plate, okay? We're going to have a break in about, we'll give you about a 5-minute break. Ooh, yeah. Good thing. Good. Want to go, Audrey? Important things? What'd you say? Oh, important things in your life. Okay, all right. Oh, you sound like a businesswoman, huh? Important things in my life. All right, come on, brother.
I'm grateful for life, food, and time.
That's it.
Okay. Good job. Come on, baby.
I'm grateful for my family, my shelter, and food.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Good. Because some people don't have those things. Believe it or not, some people don't have those things, and sometimes we take them for granted, and God had to remind us that we have those things, and we should be grateful for them. All right, honey, what's your name again? Dariana. Want to share out?
My mom and dad, God, and my mission.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
What's your name again? Different colors.
Heart, you are intelligent, you are beautiful, and that goes for all of you. Okay? Let me grab some
And guess what? We're going to put it in the trash can.
Good job. Good job, y'all. Good job.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Good job. Give yourself a hand clap. Give yourself a hand clap. I don't hear y'all clapping.